Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Great Stories of West Springfield. Today we're going to be talking about none other than Josiah Day, who passed away on January 15th, 1770. Pretty much everybody in the town of West Springfield will know him for his house, which we know as a Josiah Day house, the oldest salt brick style house in the United States, which was built in 1754. Now, before I talk about Josiah, I'm just going to talk about the headstone real quick. We're sticking with sandstone, and this one was carved by Solomon Brewer. So this is the first stone that I'm going to talk about that was carved by him. So let's talk about Josiah real quick. So 1731, he marries Elizabeth Bliss, and together they had 4 children. Unfortunately, Elizabeth passed away in 1739. However, Josiah would marry again, this time to Hannah Ingram in 1748. So sticking in the 1730s, March 11th, 1735, Josiah was chosen as a constable for the town of Springfield. However, he refused to serve in the office of a constable, but was able to avoid paying a fine as he found some way to replace him and take that position. So by 1742, Josiah loses one of his sons, Moses Day, who was 10 years old at the time. So this is 3 years after he lost his first wife, Elizabeth. Fast forward 4 years to 1746. Now this is a pretty significant event. Josiah purchases a land that Joseph Woodbridge had. Joseph was a son of Reverend John Woodbridge, the first minister of West Springfield. Now on this lot is where Josiah would build what we know as the Josiah Day house. He built the home in 1754, so that's 8 years after purchasing that land. Now 2 years later, July 15th, Josiah is part of somewhat of a significant event for the history of West Springfield, and I'm going to talk about that real quick. An account of the centennial celebration of the town of West Springfield, which was compiled by James Newton Bagg in 1874, the 100th anniversary of West Springfield becoming incorporated as a town. So, in it states, petition of the parish to be set off as a town in 1756. At a meeting of the inhabitants of the second parish in Springfield, July 15, 1756, Captain Benjamin Day, moderator, voted first to choose a committee to prefer a petition to the Great and General Court of the Massachusetts Bay that they would set off all the inhabitants and the lands on the west side of the Great River in Springfield to be a distinct town with all privileges belonging thereto. Voted secondly that Captain Benjamin Day, Dr. John Van Horn, Captain Joseph Miller, and Mr. Josiah Day be a committee for that purpose. So, unfortunately, it wouldn't be until 1774 that West Springfield would become a town. We were done being a parish at that time, and at that point, it was West Springfield along with Feeding Hills, Agawam, and Holyoke. They were all together, and those towns would eventually separate from West Springfield at later dates. So, unfortunately, because Josiah passed away in 1770, he would not be able to see West Springfield become a town. Now, just to kind of touch base on his house real quick. So, the last of the Day family to live in the home were 4 of his great-granddaughters. They were Lucinda, Lydia, Amanda, and Eunice. Now, Lucinda passed away in 1897, Amanda in 1902, and when she passed away, she left the house to Lydia and Eunice. Actually, correction, it was Lydia who left the home to Amanda and Eunice. However, they were both in their later years, 80 and 90 years old. They both had their own homes. So what came of the Josiah Day house? Well, a year later, in 1903, Grace Regal, she wants to save the home. From there, the Ramapock Historical Society is formed, and they purchase a Josiah Day house. And the Ramapock Historical Society still is in possession of the home. It is currently a museum. So in thanks to Grace and the original members of the Ramapock Historical Society, the Josiah Day house is still preserved to this day. It is roughly 270 years old, and again, we have them to thank for that. So again, this headstone belongs to Josiah Day, who passed away on January 15th, 1770. Thank you for watching.